of Wonders, Adam and Eve's Journey. In a world bursting with color and life, lived Adam and Eve, a cheerful African boy and girl. Their home was a magnificent garden, a place of endless sunshine and sparkling waterfalls. Every morning, they woke to the sweet songs of birds and the gentle rustle of leaves. They spent their days exploring, laughing with playful lion cubs, and sharing berries with curious monkeys. The garden was a wonderland, and every corner held a new, exciting discovery. Adam loved to climb the tallest trees, while Eve danced among the flowers, her laughter echoing through the trees. They were the best of friends, and their hearts were full of joy. One sunny afternoon, a gentle, warm voice spoke to them. It was God, who loved them very much. He showed them all the trees in the garden, telling them they could eat from any of them. But there is one special tree, God said, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You must not eat from it, for it will bring sadness. Adam and Eve listened carefully, their eyes wide. They understood that listening to God's loving instructions was important to keep their beautiful home safe and happy. One day, as Eve explored near the special tree, a shimmering, colorful serpent appeared. Its voice was smooth and persuasive. "Why don't you eat from this tree?" it whispered. "God knows that if you eat, you will become very wise, just like him." Eve hesitated, remembering God's warning, but the serpent's words were tricky, and the fruit looked so inviting. She took a bite, and then, feeling a strange new feeling, she offered some to Adam, who also ate. Suddenly, the bright colors of the garden seemed a little less vibrant. A quiet sadness filled the air. God knew what had happened. With heavy hearts, Adam and Eve understood they could no longer stay in the beautiful garden. Gentle, luminous angels with soft, large wings appeared at the garden's magnificent gates. They looked kindly but firmly at Adam and Eve, guiding them away from their beloved home. It was a sorrowful farewell, but they held hands, ready to face the new world together. Outside the garden, the world was vast and different. There were no trees laden with ready fruit, and the ground was not as soft. Adam and Eve knew they had to learn new ways to live. Adam used a sturdy stick to dig the soil, and Eve carefully planted tiny seeds, hoping they would grow. It was hard work, but they worked together, day by day, learning to grow their food and build a simple home. They discovered new animals, too, and learned to care for them. Even though life was harder, Adam and Eve never forgot God. They often knelt, their hands clasped, and prayed. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a radiant angel, Michael, appeared before them. He brought a message of comfort and hope from God. God promised that even though they had made a mistake, his love was still with them, and he would always guide them. Adam and Eve felt a warm glow in their hearts, knowing they were not alone. Time passed, and Adam and Eve's family grew. First came Cain, a strong and energetic boy, then Abel, who was gentle and kind. Adam and Eve loved their sons dearly. They taught them about the world, how to work the land, and how to care for the animals. Their home, though simple, was filled with the happy sounds of children playing and the warmth of a loving family. They watched their boys grow, full of wonder at this new chapter in their lives. As Cain and Abel grew, they each brought gifts to God. Cain brought fruits and vegetables from his garden, while Abel brought a young lamb from his flock. God was pleased with Abel's gift, but Cain felt sad and angry that his offering wasn't received in the same way. In his sadness, Cain made a poor choice, hurting Abel. Adam and Eve were heartbroken. They taught Cain about forgiveness and the importance of kind choices, reminding him that love for each other was the most important gift of all. Adam and Eve lived many more years, and their family grew even larger with the birth of Seth and many other children. They shared stories of the beautiful garden, teaching their children about God's love and the lessons they had learned. They taught them to work hard, to be kind to one another, and to always trust in God's plan. Adam and Eve grew older, their faces filled with wisdom and gentle smiles, knowing they had built a strong family in this new world. Finally, after a long and full life, Adam and Eve felt a gentle peace settle over them. They knew it was time for a new beginning. Surrounded by their loving family, they peacefully closed their eyes, their spirits floating upwards. Luminous angels welcomed them, and they were reunited with God's loving presence. Their journey showed that even after mistakes, love, forgiveness, and hope can lead to a beautiful new beginning, and that God's love truly lasts forever.